I'm Kevin.
And I'm Adele.
And together we are Indefinite.
Last episode we discovered Southwest Rocks and Hat Head and had the best time. Our great mates Jason, Denise and Millie joined us once again, and the Fab Five are now back together. We arrived at Wauchope Showgrounds, just 20 minutes from the beaches of Port Macquarie. The showgrounds are limited to just 16 campers at any time, so call first for availability. Cost is $20 per night, including power and water. We headed to Port Macquarie, a beautiful town on New South Wales' mid-north coast, about 390 kilometres north of Sydney and right on the Hastings River. We walked beside the river along the southern breakwall, where there is a series of painted rocks. They began as an art competition in 1995, but are now memories for anyone wanting to add their touch of art.
I think it's playing dead in the hope that the snake might stop attacking it.
A monitor lizard was up a tree and the birds weren't too pleased. Next stop was Roto House, a beautiful 11-room home built in 1891. It is located right next to the Port Macquarie Koala Hospital, where we spent the next few hours.
The best time to visit is in the afternoon, as there is a free tour each day at 3 p.m. The tour is very interesting and informative. You'll see the koalas being fed and can view them close up in the outdoor enclosures in naturally formed habitats. You'll learn that once recuperated, they are released back into the wild as close as possible to their original home. Some of the koalas cannot be released back into the wild, but many are. Each day, volunteers go out to collect fresh leaves for the koalas.
They get an ear tag and they also get a microchip because they can lose their ear tag. When we see Grant at the end, he's lost part of his ear, so he's lost his ear tag if he already had it. So that's why we had one repeat offender here named Birthday Girl that lived to be 25 years old, and as far as we know, that's the longest lifespan for a koala.
The Koala Hospital receives no government funding and relies heavily on donations. It costs around $700,000 to run the hospital per year, and approximately 100,000 visitors go through the hospital annually. Therefore, all donations are gratefully accepted. There is no cost to visiting the Koala Hospital, and we highly recommend it when in the region.
Actually, he did almost fall the other couple of weeks ago, and at that point it was, we're going to catch him. But he was eating pretty well earlier. You can also see his opposing thumbs. You can see those two thumbs on his hands. He lost part of his left ear, so he has to have his ear tag in the right ear. He usually just loves this stuff. Usually. Yes? No?
Oh, yes, but it's going to make it difficult.
He will sometimes, we've seen him lying on his back, eating the leaf, like grapes. Behaves a little bit differently. If you're watching him earlier, he's grabbing onto his leaf. You can see why we call them hands, because they really do use them. It's not like a paw. He's going to get Carol. What he's doing is a very natural thing, because they're going to be, if you saw him earlier, he was grabbing for his leaf. Now he's grabbing for something he likes even better, which is his supplement.
Next stop is one of our favourite places, North Haven. The beach was stunning and the surf was pumping. We grabbed an ice cream and enjoyed the view, including some dolphins playing in the river. We stopped at Laurieton, which is just another 5 minutes further along the river, and enjoyed a super delicious pizza for dinner. A 10-kilometre unsealed drive from Laurieton takes you into Crowdy Bay National Park, where we chose to stay at the Diamond Head campground. The campground is fantastic. It's right at the beach and includes very good toilets and showers, barbecues, there's a dump point and bins. There is no drinking water available, however, and it is National Park, so no pets are allowed. Cost to stay is $12 per adult and $6 for children over 5 years of age.
This morning on the wrong side of the bed, the hazy sunrise wraps a veil around my head. I can't hear.
Once again, I tried surfing. I've tried several times, but I just can't push myself up on that board. And no matter how much I tried, it wasn't happening today either.
Yeah, you might need help.
Jason came out and tried to help, but even with his expertise and patience, it wasn't enough.
So what are we doing at the moment, Kev?
Well, we've got our water pump. We've been having a lot of problems with our water pump. So we were showering, ran out of water, and obviously sucked up some dirt into the hose. We've had this happen once before. I've pulled the pump right out, disconnected it, pulled it out. I've had a look at it, it's clean as a whistle. There's nothing wrong with the pump. Everywhere we go, people want to tell us that we need a new pump or there's something wrong with the pump and they want to overanalyze it, and that's not the case. What we know is it sucked up some dirt, some crap. We need to backwash that. My mate Mick from down the Gold Coast, he's told me what to do, and so we've just connected our hose, and I've taken off one of the hoses to the pump from the top, and I've backwashed it, and now it's all sweet once again. It's working really well. So we've got pressure back again, and it's consistent pressure as well. So now I just need to finish screwing the pump back in, and we're all good to go. Water pump fixed.
Yay!
Thanks, Mick. You're a legend. Okay, to show you what I meant exactly by backwashing our pump, this is our water pump here, our shore flow. So I disconnected up the top here, disconnected this hose from the top. I had this hose here at the bottom disconnected as well to allow me to get the pump out. Now this top one, it's connected back through the system, and that's where it's sucking up or sending water through into our sinks inside. So what I was able to do was when I had this one off, you'll see this blue hose, and I'll show you down here. This blue hose is that one on the top there. I was able to disconnect that, and I use my normal hose for when we're looking to fill up our water tanks. And this blue hose fits almost perfectly inside your normal hose. So not quite exactly, but it was pretty close to fitting in perfectly, and I was able to. We didn't get too much water in here, but we did get a little bit. So probably as simple as just putting a towel down before you turn the pump on to backwash. Otherwise, you might want to use a clamp to tighten it, or even maybe some strapping might do it. But I just put a towel down, and I did get some water in the back here, but not a lot, so it didn't bother me too much. And so once I had the hose from up the top here, I had that disconnected, I had that blue hose in there behind, I had that inside my normal hose, we turned it on, that sent water back through the system and cleaned out that line. And we found that that's the issue for us when we have sucked up some crap there into our line, some dirt, or maybe it was air, but I would say probably more because we had the 2 times it's happened to us is when we'd run out of water. So it's probably picked up some dirt at the bottom of the tank. So that's how it worked for us. That's what fixed it. So if you know that your water pump is working and it's in reasonable condition, ours was only months old, so we knew that the pump was working. We knew that it wasn't an issue with that. It had to be something within that line. That's how we backwashed it out, cleared the system, and it works better than ever.
Set me free, I will be afraid enough to find it. Take my hand, take a stand, and I would never mind it. Sit and stare, say a prayer, all you left behind.
It's pretty slow burning wood, which is good.
We met James, Christy, Ola, Ari and Piper just before they started their trip. What's your favourite fish?
My favourite fish, probably jewfish.
Chewy.
Chewy, but it's different over here. West Coast jewfish are different.
Why?
They're different breed fish.
Not as tasty.
Well, they're called jewfish as in JDW here, but over there it's DHU. Jew.
Well, they're called mulloway over there, aren't they?
Something like that. So that's nice. I mean, I like whiting and cobbler. I like all fish. I had that jewfish last night, or nearly did, but I had some of it. That was beautiful. That was bought here.
Yeah, Taylor?
Yeah, Taylor, I caught quite a bit in Calgary. That was beautiful.
I love Taylor.
That was lovely. That's what you caught on Fraser or not? Yeah.
It's a mighty cook-up.
Yeah.
Diamond Head Campground is a ripper spot. The beach is fantastic, there's great waves, and when the water is clear, plenty of good snorkelling to enjoy too. There's plenty of walking tracks and friendly kangaroos. Jason hit the surf once again and showed me how it's done. We love spending time with Millie. She is an amazing girl with the most beautiful soul. Adele got some one-on-one time with her on the beach looking for shells. We left Diamond Head in time to check out the markets at Laurieton before Adele and I headed up to the North Brother Lookout. Unhook your caravan before heading up to the lookout. You don't want to be towing it up here. Sorry about the breeze, but it's a little windy up here. But you can see why this is just absolutely magic. We were here in 1991, the last time, and this is as stunning as we remembered it. It's North Haven, where the mouth of the river is going out, and Laurieton in the foreground. Port Macquarie's up there at the end of that bay. Lake Cathy, it's about halfway there. And that's Bonnie Hills at that first point. Absolutely stunning. We made our way to Forster Tuncurry, where it was fine but very windy. We stayed at the Tuncurry Sports Club for just $10 a night and had a great meal there too. The next day though it was overcast and raining on and off, but we headed out to explore the area from Forster to Seal Rocks. We first stopped at Elizabeth Beach and Boomerang Beach along the way. We're off here for a walk to the Sugarloaf Lighthouse. There's a beautiful little track through here, through the trees. And hopefully that'll get us to the lighthouse for a look. The Sugarloaf Lighthouse here at Seal Rocks. It's really interesting. First of all, you can see the lighthouse up the top there. And then there's the cabins. But down below here, you've got blowholes. There's one there in front of us, and we've got another one just up here as well. The walk up to the lighthouse is quite steep, which explains the little pulley system in place. The lighthouse is one of only two in Australia with an external staircase. We're here in Forster Tuncurry, and I recently wrote my blog, I Can't Do Four Walls, and this is exactly what I was thinking when I wrote that. We're sitting here having breakfast. I've got my yogurt, my fruit, and got this fantastic view over the river and enjoying life. This is exactly what I meant. I can't do four walls. Forster is named after the second Premier of New South Wales, William Forster. It's such a beautiful location and we need to come back and explore it further another day. Before we left, it was great to meet up with fellow travellers Alison and Leighton. In our next episode, a fire at Salt Ash means we can't get to Nelson Bay, so we head to the Hunter for Ugg boots and wine. Georgia rides Jimmy the horse, and we were really impressed by 8-year-old Darcy's impromptu drum session.